This is Painting on Glass, the Marcus Social podcast in English language. Listen to the stories and reflections of a singer-songwriter and author. Hold on, take me back. Hold on and take me back. It's like painting on glass. Leave a note on your door. Tell me what you're looking for. It's like painting on glass. This is episode 35 of Painting on Glass. Paper and pen, typewriter, or computer? Leave another sign for me to find behind, so I might be able to find you. Show it with a trace of a smile and a love. This might be something to show me. So welcome back. Today's episode is about the process of writing itself. It doesn't matter if it's writing the lyrics of a song or if it's about writing a poem, an essay, or a book. The act of writing is today's topic. It doesn't matter if you're a professional author or some who sometimes scribbles down notes to try to write prose. No. I want to share some interesting thoughts and questions with you about this topic. Just stay with me right now and for the following 10 minutes. But, as you might know, this act and process of writing is essential to anyone who's into writing, of course. So let's sit down at a cozy place inside the old part of a nice small town to have the right atmosphere to talk about this issue. There we are. Penny told you y'all would be waiting at home while you're on your trip and suddenly rid of your phone. Who could know or expect which way you would go? No one knows. No one knows. And no one could know. For a person that is interested in writing, it might be the most crucial question. How do I put down my work the best way? It's not a question to those who do not write. You might record an audio on your mobile or have a little note in your pocket. No problem. But the moment you begin to work with the words and you try to put them down in correct manner for you to deal with them, the very first question will be, do I write it directly into my computer? Do I need a traditional notebook with paper or anything else? Yes, we are right at the beginning of the 21st century, but this question remained essential. And I guess it will remain as long as a human mind is getting into writing some sort of literature. A dream is a dream and no mind is able to change when it's to fulfill all the reasons of unspoken words. When it all comes to the point to let it come true. When it's about you, it's about you, all about you. Oh, I love the sound of those sparrows. Lovely little fellows. But let's get back into our topic again. The most traditional method is a pen and a paper. The light flow of the ink on the white or creamy page that allows you to go anywhere. If you have the right place to write and if you are able to concentrate on what you're doing, it can offer fantastic moments of creativity. But the impression of this blank page also gave the name to the most hated situation of all writers, the writer's block. It causes the author to sit in front of an empty page without being able to put down anything worth remaining there. I've never experienced that emotion, thank God. A blank page has always been an invitation for me, for a new story or something new to tell to my readers or listeners. But first of all, to tell me.
We don't mind your freedom, we don't mind you going along. When it needs to be done, that dream might be burning so strong. But never forget, somebody's waiting at home for you to come, for you to come again back home.
The second possibility is using a traditional typewriter. You may get lost inside the rhythm of the hammering sounds of the letters on your paper. And it's a wonderful feeling whenever you're working outside and the wind makes the blank page inside the typewriter dance in its unique way. I use this writing tool whenever it is summer and I can sit outside, mostly in the evening. Whenever I mention this fact, friends are about to call me insane. To them, it might be a tool for writing from a time long gone by, I guess. But as a musician, I love the sound of producing the text this way, and I've got addicted to it a long time ago. By the way, there are digital apps you may use on your computer with an almost similar sound to the traditional typewriter. It's a bit easier to transfer the finished text into your print layout later. But you'll miss the experience of the wind and the page dancing with all the new words right on it. Splendid.
Standing so silent and still, with old trees beside it, probably always will. And many a year may walk down on Lover's Lane, in case you want, in case you want, in case you want, in case you want, come back again.
The most effective way, of course, seems to be working with the computer right from the beginning. I say it seems, because I'm not really sure about that. You're going on fast, but it does not always do good to the prose you're about to write. There are many successful writers who say that if you feel there's something wrong inside your text, you should take this passage and write it down by hand once again. When writing by hand, the hippocampus inside your brain gets very active. And that's very interesting. It begins when concentrating on writing on paper and by making the movements with your hand to create the letters there. It does not happen when typing then down on a keyboard by pressing buttons. It only happens when writing by hand. It's a little different with a typewriter because that is a mechanical action to get the letter on the paper. But your brain loves your handwriting because it immediately begins working with that information made by hand. That's awful, isn't it? Therefore, the only logical conclusion may be that you have to find out what kind of type you are yourself. Are you the paper and pen type, the typewriter fan, or the computer nerd? You know what I mean. But you yourself got to try and find out. But most of all, try to write your own words and stories. No one sees this remarkable word the way you do. Only you can look through your eyes, and that might be precious to be offered to the ones around you. So just get on. Don't hesitate. And now we just arrived at the end of this episode once again. You like the song you heard? Okay, fine. That's No Easy Way Out, and you can find it on the album Character. You got to find it on all major download and streaming platforms on the internet. And help other people to find this podcast by rating, following, sharing, or give a little review yourself.
Come back again, 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 won't you, darling? Let the sun shine on through. It's all you need to do when painting on glass. Lay down what you hope to find, all the things you left behind. That's painting on glass.
We'll meet here in a few episodes to come, if you want to. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.